Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at tools for content creation. I just wanted to remind you that to get credit, you'll need to post your takeaway assignment. I haven't had any. I've had some views on the assessment tools videos, but I haven't had any post takeaway assignments. So remember, whatever you create for as far as last week's assessment tools, you should share your code, class code, or whatever type of code, depending on the tool that you create. Post that in the Google Plus community, and be sure and hashtag it with also what tool you used. So I think I put an example up there of like hashtag first grade, hashtag fractions, hashtag Kahoot. So when people are scrolling through the community, you know, something that appeals to them, they can quickly click on that. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. And I just want to remind everyone that we're going to have our first Coffee EDU for the fall, October the 27th, which is a Thursday, and we're going to have that at Flipside on Rainbow Drive. So we would love to see everyone. We'll be there from 5 to 6. You can come and go as you like. So stop by and have some coffee and some good conversation. We're going to try to discuss some things like global collaboration projects, professional development ideas that you want to be presented over this year, Chromebooks, and there's been a lot of Google Apps updates this fall. So, and then whatever else you might be interested in. Also, remember our Webinar Wednesday schedule. Next week, we will be looking at communication tools. I'm going to cover Seesaw a little bit today because it really is great for content creation as well as classroom communication. But then also Padlet and Remind and Google Classroom. So be sure and tune in. Remember that you can watch any of these recorded sessions here in the Google Plus community. Okay, so one thing I want to begin with is something called Screencastify, and it is a Chrome extension. So if you use the Chrome browser, then you can go to the Chrome Web Store. If you're in your Chrome browser, you'll see this little apps, and you can click that and it will take you to your Chrome store where you can shop for different add-ons and extensions. And Screencastify is an extension that that I discovered this summer. I had some high school teachers that were interested in their students being able to play a piece of music and record it as they're playing it. And so with Screencastify, they could bring up a piece of music online, and it would show on their screen while the student was playing. So it will record your screen as well as a picture and audio. So and it kind of looks like a picture-in-picture thing in the recording, and it saves to Google Drive. So I think this could be used in lots of different ways. Like I was saying, the music teachers were interested, but also, say in the elementary school, you might have students that you want to practice fluency. And I'm just going to show you an example. Using ReadWorks, you can go and search for reading passages, and you can search by, you know, standard or grade level. Anyway, this was one I found on a 5th grade level, and you can download or print these in your for your classroom. I was in a classroom at Donahue the other day, and we posted the teacher posted this to her Google Classroom, and then the students used the Classroom app to annotate, which is one of the new updates that that Google has provided this fall. So it was a really great activity, and the students enjoyed it. But same idea. Here's my passage that I just downloaded this so that it would come up on my screen. And I'm going to show you just a minute. Here is my recording. You can see that it's stored in my drive. And so you could use this to review. You can see. Reporter Journey to Mars aboard Disney Space Race. Okay, and I'm going to stop that because I was a really terrible reader that day. It was embarrassing. I needed to work on my fluency terribly. But you can see what a great tool this would be for your classroom. It could also be a great flipped classroom or homework tool if, you know, your students had devices at home, which I'm sure that most of them do. But it would be a great tool. But now remember, it is a Chrome extension. There's not, it's not an app for the iPad. So they would need, you know, a desktop computer, a laptop computer where they could install that extension on their, in their browser. And like I said, that is Screencastify Lite. There is a pro version, but really the only difference is that you're limited to 10 minutes in the Lite version, and I don't think that you're going to be having recordings that are over 10 minutes, so I think you should be good there. But again, it would be great for creating, you know, a digital portfolio for your students. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to share is some Adobe tools. And there are 3 tools here, and this is you can use this on the web, or there are also apps for the iPad, and the apps work really nicely. In fact, I've created both. I mean, the only 2 things that I've created, but I used my iPad. I actually thought it was a little bit easier than using it on the web. But there are 3 products, and if you click the plus right here, then you will see it's Adobe Post, Adobe Page, and Adobe Video. And with Post, you can see that you have, you can create memes and quotes and announcements, invitations, all kinds of different posts. Your Page is to create web stories, photo journals, portfolios, catalogs, whatever. And then Video, you can create great video projects. They have images included in the product. You can add your voice and images, and there's also music there. So that's a lot of fun, and in true Adobe style, there's such nice products, end products, I think. So you can look down here at the bottom and look if you need some inspiration to tell a story. And you can, you could have your students create memes they would think that was great. At the end of a reading story, maybe, have them create a meme of the story, the plot, or the setting, or the whatever, the lesson to be learned. But anyway, you have different options there to create with. And, you could promote something for work or school. Anyway, those are Adobe products, Adobe products that I think you can see that I used Adobe, and I don't know, it keeps logging in, asking you to log in and give access to it. And I've done this like a million times, and that's what is very annoying on the web. It doesn't do that in the app. So, and I did use my GadsdenCitySchools.org, and see, now it's like taking forever to load. But anyway, the webinar Wednesday, I used Adobe Spark to and in post, there's templates and fonts.
Lost you.